Jeff Grubb.
Jan Ochoa.
I know you to be a very proud person. Like, look, this banner, I got this just for you.
Well, thank you. Pretty sure I can't put that on my house. That seems a bit rough for a white person, but otherwise, thank you so much.
It's the thought that counts, right?
It is indeed.
Okay. I need to go on an excursion to figure out how white people live, just so I don't make them feel awkward when I don't mean them.
Thank you.
To make them feel awkward.
It's about time people walk on eggshells around us.
Yes, just like we walk on eggshells with our main character here in the Diofield Chronicles.
Diofield, really?
I thought it was Diofield, but according to one of the opening cinematics and some of the characters here, they pronounce it Deo?
People get mad when I'm like, oh, I'm going to say a word this way, because sometimes the people pronounce a vowel that way. They're doing it right here. Like, it's an I, and they're pronouncing it like an E. What am I supposed to do? Or an A? I mean, honestly, I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, what would you call this thing? This device in front of us here?
I would call that a trebuchet.
Yeah, I think I'd say it similarly. This is Diofield Chronicles, or Diofield Chronicles, whatever you want to call it. It is a game that misled me, and I thought we were getting a Final Fantasy Tactics game, but instead it's kind of a real-time strategy game.
Oldest trick in the book.
This is not the opening area. This is our little hub area. This is our little court. This is our little castle here. We can do various errands like opening up our skill tree. And our skill tree, we build up skill points. The unfortunate thing is that these are shared amongst these different classes we hear at the bottom. Gosh, I'm trying to figure out how. It's always the hardest thing to figure out how to do a quick look for a JRPG because there's 12 million systems. Let's just jump into a mission.
You know what? I think that's a good start.
Yeah. And that's part of the unfortunate thing, Jeff, is that my favorite parts of this game is just the gameplay within the missions and not this actual interpersonal relationship stuff.
We played a little bit of this during that demo, right? I was playing some of it. I think
yes.
You might have been playing some of it.
Yep.
I got to this part, and this part felt stiff to me in the demo. Like stiff and a bit boring and like meandering.
And I mean, even like just looking at these characters, it feels like, I don't know, they were kind of pulled out of like a 3D generator for AI models and stuff. Like, not a lot of personality going on.
I mean, it's got like, it is Fire Emblem-esque in many ways, but it doesn't have that Fire Emblem je ne sais quoi.
Oh, totally. Like, this it doesn't have like the kind of pseudo cell shaded look that Fire Emblem has. That's actually what this whole area reminds me of. It hardcore reminds me of the castle in Fire Emblem, where you can just talk to various members in your party, visit shops, etc. Real quick, you'll notice some members of a team or whoever throughout this castle has this green symbol over their head, and these are just generally side missions. I suggest if you're playing this game, you check them out as much as possible, because a lot of the time it is just a dialogue option that you just got to skip through, and you'll wind up improving your base.
Okay.
Like, some of them are not as involved as you'd be led to believe with them being called side quests.
Right.
No objections.
You just got to talk to this moody guy. What's he looking like? What does he look like to me?
Don't take this particularly well.
Like 32nd to Mars Jared. He looks like 62nd to Mars Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Double Jared Leto.
Yeah, he kind of looks like what's his name? Tom Hiddleston?
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston, and also that figure skater guy that always has the awesome outfits at the Olympics. I'm not gonna be able to remember his name, but everyone will know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Weir? Johnny Weir?
Johnny Weir.
It looks like Johnny Weir.
See, and so completing that side quest is as easy as that, just talking to Johnny Weir here.
Wish it was a Johnny Weir game,
but let's get to the meat of it. This is where, like... Oh, okay. We have to talk to Lorraine first.
As before.
This is where I feel like the game really stands out, and it's kind of a bummer that this hub area and all these other aspects kind of feel a little half-baked sometimes. Yeah, let's end the Aardwolves, why don't we?
Eliminate a species. Okay, all right.
So before every mission, we have like this little briefing. And it's so, I think the fact that everyone's like 3D models kind of pulls me out. Mostly because every other part of the game is kind of like super stylized, or like everyone has the 2D portraits and whatnot.
The Empire. So that's the bigger picture. Stirring up
Is
domestic trouble
this
to weaken us from within.
actually dramatic? Is this actually, do you feel like the stage, the table's being set right now as you get ready to go in this level, and now you're going to care more about what's, man, the baffling in this room, sorry. You're going to care more about what's going to happen because they're doing all this talking?
So here's the thing, Jeff Grubb, I'm about 2+ hours in the game. This is maybe like, there was a demo that came out that you mentioned, and this is probably a couple missions after that.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on in the story. Not for lack of caring, but
Sure.
completely for lack of caring. And that it just, it isn't grabbing me in a way that other JRPGs or other stories and games have grabbed me. It just feels very cookie cutter of like, oh, we have a conflict over this region, and then someone got assassinated, but they didn't get assassinated.
And this like tilt shift makes it look like very stylized.
Yeah, it's that's why I think is a bummer. I wish maybe the characters in the overworld were like chibi or something, or I would be fine with just a menu even.
You're leaving. Shiver, you traitor.
Is that Goth Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah,
Two Goth Abraham Lincolns.
two of them.
I knew you'd understand.
So the odd thing in this game, and this may just be due to me playing a review copy of the game, there's no way to fast forward through. We can skip the dialogue, but we can't do like an auto continue to the next dialogue line after one is completed. And also in that briefing cinematic that just happened before this, there's no way to pause it either.
Oh, come on. I hate that. It's I was playing an NES game the other day, and I'm like, man, it's so nice that all these games just let you pause. And I'm like, why do I feel that way? That's the way it should be. But it's like, I play so many games where it's weird about pausing, or even like just letting you bring up a menu while things are happening, but like pausing specifically. This is not an online game in any way, right?
No. As far as I know, there's no multiplayer component to this at all.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
This is what the bandits were after all along.
Yeah, see, like I don't quite care for the story, but the thing that's keeping me is actually playing the game.
The web is
Which is kind of the opposite of problem that I had with Fire Emblem 3 Hopes, where I did not want to play the game, but I wanted to play out through the story aspect. Here, I don't care.
Indeed.
I thought we were fighting real wolves for a second. I guess our wolves are a different clan.
That's the wolf pack.
There are plenty of guards
What are you playing on?
So I'm playing on Steam, but I'm using a controller. It controls incredibly well, just selecting the units with a controller. Some stuff is a little awkward. I kind of wish there was a way to just outright pause the action completely versus going into a turn.
Yeah, it goes slow-mo, right? Is what happens with very slow-mo.
Yeah. Okay. So let's review this menu real quick. So by editing a unit, you can deploy 4 units at a time, and each unit, once you build up your party, is allowed like a little support person, and then they take on their abilities. So our main dude, Andreas, here. We have homegirl. Oh gosh, I forget her name. What is her name? Islair, as his assistant, and he takes on her abilities.
Okay.
And there are also passive abilities that are gained by having a little assistant character that you wouldn't have otherwise. On top of that, the person in like the support little box here, they're also gaining XP, but at a reduced rate as everyone else in your party.
Okay, but here's the real question.
Yes.
Are they falling in love?
No one's falling in love yet. Maybe that's my problem. And then equipment, we can change out our equipment here. Each character also has their own little abilities. Not this isn't so much a tree, but like a little chart where You can spend your ability points to unlock little bonuses or stuff that'll boost your stats as you're going along. And the ability points are separate for each character, unlike the skill points, which are shared amongst everyone. You also have a weapon slot. You can come across weapons, also buy weapons, and then craft weapons. Same thing with the gear. This is why I ran out of potions, because I didn't equip enough potions.
Oh.
There's also summons, which is neat. These are the really cool things, and I hope we get the chance to show them off.
That's like straight up like Death from Above, like you're firing like the orbital laser. It's really cool.
Yeah. Okay, I think we should be good. Institute, I believe this is just... Okay, yes, there's just a skill tree, and then research and orbs and whatnot. This is similar to your skill trees for your characters. Where you're just giving like little bonuses and boosts. Similar to any and every JRPG, they throw 5 million different currencies at you all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot happening already.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just start the mission.
All right.
I was really hesitant when I first saw this game, but upon playing the demo and then playing this, I actually really like it.
Yeah, because I mean, you're expecting tiles, because you really were
100%.
expecting a tactics like game.
As you can see, no tiles.
Right, no tiles. It's free movement. It is, like you said, like an RTS, but it definitely has tactics somewhere in its DNA.
Totally.
A little bit.
Positioning is very important, spacing as well. So like here, we don't want everyone clumped up. So if we just take you, and then you can also set waypoints. So like, hey, you go here, and then you can start attacking. We'll switch over to our archer. You do the same thing, just build some space. Okay, actually. All right, let's all units move you there, and then start hitting. The enemy attacks, like the bigger attacks, like that one, they are projected pretty well. You'll see their range and... Okay, all right, everyone, move over here now. And then attack this dude. And you see when that attack is about to complete. It's pretty handy. Sometimes I found in my experience, Jeff, doing like a select all units is going to be no bueno, because sometimes the pathfinding is a little odd.
Right, okay.
This is like a easier encounter since it's just like two dudes, but I have found the battles getting much more complicated. There's also instances...
What does that look like? Is it just because there's more happening at once, so you need to be juggling more at once?
Yes, so there, you'll have more folks popping off. Sometimes you'll even have to split your group. So let's lead with our dude here and use one of his abilities. Okay, all right. So he has a charge attack that will just barrel through these dudes. And then you just start attacking those fools. You dudes go over here, start attacking this archer. And then we'll use a leaping attack to back up the horse homie. Take care of these bad boys. And all of these extra attacks, like these abilities here, these cost EP. And the EP gauge is at the bottom of everyone's portraits there. And then there's a cooldown as to when you can pop off another ability. Okay, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Oh boy, okay, you boys.
But it's yeah, I gotta tell you, just watching it so far, I'm like, this looks like a lot of fun.
It is. That's the thing. I wish I cared about the story more.
Right.
Honestly. Oh, no, someone died. Okay. I did that on purpose.
That's a big red skull. Okay, I wanted to see what would happen.
So all you have to do...
hey, make someone die.
Yes. Okay. All you folks go over here. So if a unit falls and runs out of HP, you just have to walk another unit over them to revive them. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Just go over here, please.
Understood.
There are some awkward moments occasionally where a unit will just be standing around, and then you can just hit up on the D-pad to have all your units attack whoever is closest to them. Okay.
Okay.
You think you can escape?
Turns out doing a strategy RPG a little hard to talk about and play at the same time.
Yeah, I think you're doing a good job because I'm getting the idea. There's a lot going on, but it's also the kind of thing where you could see what they're trying to capture here. They are trying to, I think, appeal to people who might have been into tactics, but also maybe there's people coming from League of Legends or Dota, or like, I guess, is there a way for me to access a fantasy setting, a Final Fantasy-like sort of thing, in a gameplay style I'm maybe more used to? Now, this is nothing like the speed or competition you're going to get there, but like, this is out on the Switch. Like, you could play it there on your controller. So
yeah, 100%. And say some of this is moving a little too slow for you. If you hit right or left on the D-pad, you can wind up increasing the speed that you're going.
Okay, I can see it up there on the top right. Okay.
So sometimes there's fun environmental stuff. So I don't know if we'll actually be able to hit those dudes with this keg, but let's see. All right, fire off. Meanwhile, you heal horse homie.
Bit of healing for you.
Okay, and then you start flanking.
On my way.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, cool. We got one.
Whoa, all right.
All right, horse friend, just attack. And some of these abilities, they synergize off of each other really well. Like, you can wind up grouping your enemies into one circle and then have like an AoE pop off on them. Let's just punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so sometimes characters will just get stuck and not do anything, like how this character was. So just, oh no. Okay, just drink a potion. So just buttoning through and with RB or LB or the bumpers helps you tab through and see who is doing what.
And that just like LB and RB just goes forward and back. It's not like accomplishing different sorts of sorting.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no real turn order. Oh, nuts. He just took a hit. It's fine.
Right. It's just, everyone's just kind of going at the speed of the game, you know, and then the speed of their character. Okay.
Oh no, he's gonna die again. Okay.
Here, a bit of healing for you.
There you go. Occasionally on the field, you will find these little orbs, and if it's a green orb, it'll heal your XP. If it's a purple one, it'll fill your EP gauge. A blue one, it'll fill the summon gauge that is there on the bottom right.
Right. What's the state of the summon gauge right now? I'm looking at it. I see. Well, when it comes back up here, there's one blue ball filled up, and it looks like the circle's filling up again. Does that one blue ball mean that you have a summon ready to go, or do you have to fill up all four?
So the one blue ball means that. Blue ball, sorry. I'm real mature, everyone.
No, I love it.
The one blue ball means we have one summon available, so we could pop that off at any point here. Gosh.
Is there a benefit to waiting till you have two blue balls?
So far, not in my experience with the game. There hasn't been a reason to save two blue balls or your summons, unless you were using two different summons, probably.
Right, okay.
Okay. You actually need to heal up.
A bit of healing for you.
Okay. And then...
I like their little run.
Can you... Okay. You know what? We're gonna pull everyone's aggro. So the neat thing, when you see an opponent charging up, and like you see their field of attack, if you have a character that can stun, it'll completely cancel it out, which is nice. So now that character is not
cool. Okay.
doing anything. And then I wish... Okay, yes. You can kind of tell who's charging up their attack. So this person's charging up as well. So we can hit them, cancel that, and then... Okay. Hit that cancel out so we don't have to reposition our units at all. Okay. Let's get everyone grouped up so we can kind of see, if we can zoom out a bit, who is going to be affected here. All right, that's mostly everyone. So we'll get everyone there. And then everyone will be aggroing on our main dude there. Meanwhile, we're going to call an attack from the sky.
Right.
And then the nice thing is you can see the preview of how much damage everything's gonna do.
Yeah, that's one thing I always like about a good tactics game. Is it feels like it gives you the right amount of data about the battlefield.
Oh my god,
that's very fun.
Yeah, like that stuff is great. Like there's so much cool stuff about this game and like the combat, and I feel like this is probably just a basic mission. Like
Right.
I've had missions where I'm doing like in the demo, one of the missions is like, hey, you need to escort this caravan of dudes. Make sure they don't die. And instead of like an escort mission being unbearable, within this context, it is pretty neat because you can separate your party and just have them go around and tactically take people out. All right, yeah. So this will take care of that.
You know, I think I do like the speed of the real-time strategy. It is. I thought it would be a bit overwhelming for someone like me, and I was like, no, this is manageable. I can sort of understand what I need each guy to be doing to survive this encounter.
Yeah, it isn't. There is a lot going on, but it isn't in a way similar to like how StarCraft would be, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move our main dude here and then hit the horse's butt. And then
Horse.
You need to avoid this attack, so you just go over here, hit that horse's butt.
Very well.
Yep.
It's been a mere scratch.
Oh, cool. He missed.
Neat.
Okay. You're the only one that's going to be attacked here, so you just hang out. Go here. Pick up all these orbs for us, please. And then start attacking that horse's butt.
I'm not messing around.
Oh, someone's
an orb
about
run.
to die. Okay. Okay, well, he just died. Nice.
Did everyone die?
No, only one person died, thankfully.
Okay.
How should we do this? You know what? Does he have an ability to pop off? Yes, he does. Okay. No, can't assassinate. Okay. This will take care of this guy. Get him close, at least. And then let's charge through. And then take care of that guy. Okay, and then you just go here and then rescue.
Don't let it happen again.
Okay, and then
Yeah. All these tiny little decisions you're making I'm really into this. It's like, yeah, I could see the gears working. I could see you just trying to make sure that you are putting down some damage while also taking care of your team. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's an interesting push and pull in the battle.
Yeah.
And it's a different feeling than a tactics game where it's like you have all the time in the world to think about stuff, and you're like, okay, once this starts moving, everything else is going to start moving. I got to make sure that I am predicting what's going to happen alongside moving the battle forward myself. It's good stuff.
And I honestly thought I would miss like the waiting from miss the turn order, right? Like
Right.
agonizing over every single move. But honestly, I'm not missing it because these combat encounters are just zooming by, and
Yeah.
I do enjoy the strategy that's popping off. And it feels drastically different than something like an RTS, like a hardcore RTS, let's say like
Right.
StarCraft or Warcraft. And you know what's neat, Grubb? It feels good to control this on with a controller. Like, it doesn't feel awkward at all.
That's really cool. I would not have predicted that. I still thought no matter what, it would feel a little bit strange. I remember I played Warlocked for the Game Boy Color, which is basically a StarCraft clone for the Game Boy Color. And it was, two buttons, and then the start and select, and then the D-pad. You could do a surprising amount of things with that game, but it was always a bit strange to be playing a real-time strategy on a Game Boy.
God, that sounds amazing, though.
It actually is a really good game.
And yeah, like, I really enjoy this combat. Like, it's really neat, and I'm really surprised, and in a good way, that it exceeded my expectations, because boy, was I upset that it wasn't tiles.
And that seems to be the last gate.
But it turns out the thing that's disappointing me is the actual story of the game. I'm not saying it's bad. A good chunk of it is voice acted. It's just
We don't know what ploys he has.
nothing is pulling me.
The
Let's say.
unknowns are what make things
Yeah,
fun.
I mean, could you even attempt to explain kind of what you think is happening?
No.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but I remember from I couldn't remember a single thing from the demo, and I, honestly, just trying to pay attention here, I'm like, no, I don't really know.
Okay. All right. Let's play this smart. Actually, everyone, be quiet and just stay here.
Everyone, shut the fuck up.
Okay, and then Archer, Tom Hiddleston, you, where are you? You go here and then hit that thing, and then. Okay. Oh, meanwhile, you go here and then hit that thing. Lovely.
Yeah.
Ooh, stunned. Beautiful. Blow. And then you, Mr. Assassin Man, you go here
On my way.
and then just aggro everyone. We'll do the shield
Everyone's
wall.
mad at him.
And then everyone will target you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you go over here. Let's back up the homie. Everyone start attacking. Let's pop off your ability. And just hit all these fools. Group them up.
Ooh, okay.
Cool. And then
Yeah, very cool.
let's stun. Oh, okay, you need to move here.
I've got it.
It's just the attacks just look really cool, actually.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
not just the summons. It's like, oh yeah, he did all that build up, and the thing you're doing looks neat, and that shield wall looks cool. Just a lot of cool looking stuff in this game.
Okay, who's being attacked? Okay, you. Okay, let's refocus. Start attacking here. You got time to move. Hey, while you're here, just open this chest.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Well, I suppose I'll have to take this.
I guess you will.
You know what? Let's pop off another summon. I haven't tried this one yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're definitely gonna knock out the archer. Get close to knocking out the other archer.
Could you turn down the game speed first? Because I think it fast
Oh,
forwarded a
did
little
it do
bit.
that? Okay, yeah. Let's.
Yeah.
Do
Let's
that.
get the full effect.
All right. This is what 2 balls will get you.
Yeah, let's go 2 balls.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
nice. Okay, he's not ready yet. Can we? No. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Oh, it's fine. Let's just get rid of that guy. In some of these combat encounters, if you take care of the leader here, so it's the person with the flag, that will end the whole ordeal.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay. We don't need. I'm thinking too hard, Jeff. Let's just hit
I
this
think you are
dude.
thinking the right amount. I think you got this.
Okay. So if you hit an enemy from behind, oh, he's dead. That's why he's not doing anything.
They just died.
He's rescuing. I'm really bad at healing.
Hey, no one's down right now. You got everybody up and ready to go.
Healing for
Okay, you, horse, Mr. Horse. Let's use your assistant here to just fire off some support arrows. Okay. And then, okay, yep. Let's stun this dude.
I won't miss.
There we go. He can't attack us. And then I think he's... Yeah, okay, so the neat thing with our main character here, Andreas, is if you pull off an assassination and then it finishes off an opponent, his cooldown will just reset automatically.
Target eliminated.
Oh, okay.
Okay, alright, you guys just move to the side. Just move over there. Actually, we don't need anyone to move us to the side. Hit him in the face.
Okay, neat.
There we go.
Yes, perfect.
Then everyone gang up. And that's Diofield Chronicle or Diofield Chronicle. Like that's
Yeah,
how
whip
the
his
missions
ass.
go. And it plays really well, Grubb.
I'm like super engaged with everything that was happening there. There's a really good pace to it. You are sort of cutting through everybody, but there's like a lot of opportunity for you being creative in battle. It's kind of got everything I want from a game like this.
Yeah,
in terms of the battle system.
And with speaking of the battle system more, the missions have been pretty varied. I felt like I've been on the ropes a couple times, and because of those times, some of them were like unforced errors where like it's on me and then stuff got away from me. It's just everything else about the game that not that it's bad, I'm just not a fan of it.
Well, let me ask you this: how long between missions normally?
If you are just buttoning through, no time at all. We can just do that right now.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see how long it would take you.
Lady Walter Quinn.
And then, could you equip stuff? Is that possible?
Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, let's just skip through that cutscene.
And then I'll be happy. Then I'll be satisfied.
Yeah, let's show off the shop proper now that we have a grasp on the game. Like, the voice acting is really good.
Yeah, he's going hard here.
I just don't. The story hasn't really been grabbing me. There's like evil Abe Lincoln here with the face mask. Okay, I'll eventually read through this. Look at that guy's stash.
Yeah. Wow, man, that just goes all the way.
Please be at ease. My presence should not be cause for alarm.
Duke. And I know that a lot of folks will come to a JRPG for the story. Again, I'm not poo-pooing it. It just isn't appealing to me at all.
Right.
You do understand that we're not on your...
Okay, yes. Cool. Fun. Oh.
New unit?
Oh, a thing I forgot to mention is that we can swap any party members within the battle up to 3 times. So, say we didn't bring a healer on in our original 4, and we really need healing. We could use someone's turn to swap them out with a different party member.
Interesting.
But you can only do that 3 times during a mission.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, though.
Yeah. Okay, so the library, you can recap what has been going on, recap your battle history. Like, here's some documents. Here's an exhaustive list of who is who.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And like, this art is great. Like, this portrait art looks really good. It reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics. And then you can brush up on all these other regions and the various terminology and organizations involved. The fun thing is throughout these chapters, it's like, hey, what's going on here? But let's run to the shop real quick. And so, and speaking about the side quest again, just to bring that up, most of the time with the NPCs, it is just like, I just need money, dude. Can you spare some change?
Hey man, I would like to have $5. Can you give me $5? Hell yeah.
And then with that, it'll increase like the gold you get on missions and other various bonuses. Okay. So we've been collecting ingots through these missions, through completing certain objectives, and then we can craft specific weapons. No one can use that axe. You can hold that sword. Okay, and then...
Ooh, achievement unlocked.
Now we have it.
All right.
With the shop here, you can just outright buy weapons, buy items. The items have been pretty sparse. Like, this potion helps fill up your EP meter. This was just a regular potion. Accessories, various stuff to equip as well. I actually don't have these for my people. Hey, throw a helmet on. There you go. You can wear this helmet. You're pretty. You wear this necklace. But of course,
with your eyes.
You want to make sure that this equipment is appropriate to the class. So like,
sure.
Luck matters more to certain classes than it would for others. The equipment stuff, I think, is another interesting thing. This is definitely a thing that I've fumbled the bag in. in between missions of like,
Sure.
you got to re-equip your potions. It is Kingdom Hearts style. It is not going to auto-equip.
So you use them during battle, and then you go into the next battle, and they're gone. There's
Yes.
nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think that's pretty much it, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I think we get a pretty good idea what this is. I mean, the main attraction here has got to be that combat.
Yeah.
And then if you are into this stuff, that's just bonus. And it seems like if you're not, maybe the combat is enough to keep you going. Probably.
Totally. And you know, they have like their own Wikipedia built into this game where we can just read up on everything that's happened.
What happened next?
And again, I just want to reiterate that two things. One, I apologize for the frenetic pace that I'm talking, trying to explain everything.
Oh, it's a lot, though. We were keeping up. We kept up, Jan. You don't worry about that.
There we go. And the second thing, I don't mean to poo-poo the story at all. It has been completely fine. I have just not been paying active attention.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes the story just misses you, and it's, through no fault of the game or yourself.
You know what the problem is, Jeff?
What is it?
The problem is I have already befriended an anime army with English accents that I've got attached to them.
You don't want to cheat on your crew.
No, like none of these teens or young adults want anything meatier.
No, someone needs something meatier. That's
Exactly.
what I need.
Yeah. I need someone yelling Noah at me, whether that's my name or just like their favorite biblical story. But this has been Diofield Chronicles. Jeff Grubb, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Janichoa.